The engines of the Cora Railway are one of the most hard-working engines in England. They are the power behind the main line, branches, and industries all around them. This is the Cora Railway. If you were to take the 6:30 morning passenger train from Fensworth, a little engine numbered 842 might be idling at the platform. This engine is Noah. He has smart green paint and a pair of sandboxes on his front. He mostly pulls auto trains, and he even has his own little hideaway. Past the bustling junctions and buildings lie the tracks that pass through many woods and scenic places. This is the Wington branch line. Noah is not the only engine to run the line, but he's always willing to do his best come what may. However, because the line travels so deep in, Noah doesn't get to see the other known mainline engines. He doesn't take much notice, because he's glad to work with the company of his friends. But this, however, was bound to change. It was another calm but chilly morning at the sheds. As the sunlight seeped through the trees with the birds singing all around, Noah didn't mind the cold. He was grateful the firelighter had come early to give him a warm boiler. After his crew came, he picked up his coaches and arrived at the platform. The railway controller was there waiting for him.
Good morning, Noah. How are things?
Good morning, sir. Oh, I'm glad, sir. This line is beautiful. I'm grateful to be walking somewhere eye-opening.
That's very good, Noah. But when you finish with this run, please leave your train in the yards and make your way back to Wington. The foreman will be there for you.
Yes, sir. Certainly. But how come?
You see, I'm in need of a shunter, seeing as the other engines don't have time to arrange their trains. And I'm afraid I can't find a permanent recruit at the moment. But seeing how well you've performed, I think it'll be no trouble if I assign you the task of station pilot.
Oh, thank you, sir. I promise I won't disappoint you.
Glad to hear it.
Then he climbed into the coach, and Noah set off. Wington is one of the busiest stations on the Cora Railway. It never ceased to stop working. Next to it is a big yard complex with a lot of switches. When Noah arrived, there were trains ready to be marshaled and put in sidings. As the railway controller had said, the foreman was indeed waiting rather impatiently for him.
What time we've got here? We need those bogie coaches at platform 3 right now. I suggest you make yourself useful instead of foozling around and get familiar with their layout. Look sharp!
Noah wasted no time in getting to work. After he shunted the coaches, he kept the trucks in line and placed them wherever necessary from one line to the other without fuss. The other engines were amazed and chatted amongst themselves about him. The foreman was impressed too, even if it was by a skerrick. Not very far from Wington lie the sheds, where William, Cale, Linda, and Nathan reside. The thing was, very little did engines stop at Wington for the night, so it came as a surprise when Noah never showed up.
It's probably nothing to worry about. Noah just needs his own space. There's an engine shed for a reason.
I'm not too sure. I did see something pass by the yards in a hurry. That was after I heard this screeching, wheel slip, I think.
Could it be that dumb wind thing? It might have made the truck slip.
Be reasonable, Cosmo. Noah has sandboxes, so it's most likely he used those to help himself.
That's true, but you didn't let me finish. It was wet a few days ago, and now there has been a thick snow. It couldn't freeze the rail already to make the shut into that.
I don't think it was the snow that caused that. I saw Linda pass by with a goods train heading for Wington. They put a sail for the rails before Noah started working.
Is everything alright, Linda?
While I was entering the yards, it was packed. I'm not sure if it's become busier or... anyways, I thought I saw Noah in the goods shed. I couldn't see his face though. I called out to him, but he didn't respond. I had to shut my train away myself before I collected my next one. That had already been waiting for me, and I don't know how.
Noah must have been sleeping. An engine needs a well-rested man before starting working.
Exactly, Nathan. Maybe Cora Tower were at the yards earlier. They do, after all, come by occasionally. In fact, I did see one of them pass by at noon.
Well, I suppose Noah could have been eager for work. Autumn is his favourite season. At least that's what I've heard anyways. I suppose it's best to take in what we have before it's gone.
I agree. Not everything can last forever. In the end, speaking of which, night won't last forever if we don't get some sleep ourselves.
You said it, Cos. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Nathan.
Rest well, guys.
Night to you two.
The following day, Linda had made a plan whilst on her journey and decided to put it into action. She was going to talk to Noah, but the only trouble was she didn't know how to keep his attention for long.
Oh, hello. Good day, afternoon. Sorry, I haven't caught your name.
It's Linda, and it's fine. How has the workforce been in here for you?
It's been alright. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that train that you was in. I'll have that sorted right away.
No, wait! Noah!
But it was too late. Noah shot backwards and bumped into some open trucks, which rolled along the line until... crash! The leading wagons have fallen between the tracks and toppled over, spilling their loads all over the place. Worse still, it was then revealed when the dust settled that ballast had gotten into the points, which meant that now they were stuck, trapping the two engines. The signalman was livid.
You stupid engine! You've jammed my points! Now it'll take ages for help to arrive. It serves you right for making me rush about.
Noah? Are you feeling okay?
I just caused an accident. That's a bit self-explanatory.
What? No, not that. I mean, me and the others have noticed your self-isolation working here. From what I know, everyone describes you as an outgoing, friendly engine. That isn't like...
Like what? My description?
Well, yes, but... Wait, what are you saying?
No, I... Do you know what it feels like to be out of place?
Huh?
Do you know what it's like to feel to have yet to make an impression? What it feel like that maybe you could have changed how things ended?
What do you mean?
Before my class was reduced to shunting duties on the GWR, I was chosen to run a separate goods line, which mainly transported coal. Last I heard, another sibling of mine also ran the line, only it was private. Anyways, the line lived a good few years or so, that was until it was closed. I admit, I was a bit stubborn, but I knew I tried my best. So when the line got cut off, they had to remove the track band and everything as to save resources. I was left abandoned in the shed, and as everything outside changed, it felt as if the walls inside were going away, and all that was left was emptiness. And all that was left for me in my thoughts. I finally knew what it feels like to be insignificant, to feel not needed. I felt more and more insecure about what I witnessed before it all happened. Maybe I could have made a difference, if only I had made the most of these days. If I could have proved my worth, if only... If it was only a much later, I think, when the doors finally opened to reveal was some man in lorry with the low loader, and from that point on, I was taken to the works to find the controller, and you probably know the rest. I thought by coming here, I would make my own mark. I mean, what's the point of being different if it makes you an outcast from the rest, right?
Noah, everyone needs a friend like you. I don't know much about you apart from the word that's been going from the branch. But you're reliable, not just to the railway, but as an engine for your qualities. You've really put your all into it here, and that says a lot for your first impression. Though I don't think you should try to build up this belief of normal. Have a look at us engines. Differences shouldn't be, dismissed, you could say, but rather known. You can learn a lot from others who aren't alike.
Thank you, Wington. Thank you for everything.
It's no trouble, Noah. No trouble at all.
It would take some time for the breakdown gang to finally arrive and clear the trucks away. Aside from the signalman, the railway controller was also upset about the accident. But after Linda stood up and explained everything, nothing more was said afterwards. Noah is now a brighter engine. He still works on the branch line, only balanced with shunting duties at the big station. And I'm pleased to say that he knows how to embrace differences, for there is no better way to learn than by manifesting them in life.
I'm not too sure. I did see something pass by in the... Blah, 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 blah.
Noah must have been sleeping in an engine. Ugh.
It's about time you got here. We need those bogey coaches at platform 3 right away. I suggest you make yourself useful instead of foozling. Yeah, that's